Good morning. In the last two sessions, we studied about three algorithms of page replacement. They will be giving us a string which will give us the pages required, okay, and the size of the list, okay, frames list, where at a time we can store three pages, okay. Using this algorithm of FIFO, what happens? Go on adding the pages. If they are not present in this frame list, then replace. If they are present, no need to replace. See here, first it will be empty. So we have 7 entered. So 0, it's not there. So we enter. So same for 1. That means fully used frame list. So then comes what? 2. So since the algorithm is FIFO, that means first in first out. So who has entered this frame list first? You can traverse back here, okay. So that means here 7 is the one which has come very first among 0 and 1 and 7. So replace that 7 by the 2. So we got a 201. So 0 is the next element or next string. So that is already there. So no page fault. So next, with the present state of 201, go for 3. 3 is not there in the list. So what we have to do? We have to replace someone. Okay. So 2 is just now entered. So we left with the 0 and 1 option. Among 0 and 1, 0 is a older. So in the place of 0, 3 will enter. So 2, 3, 1 is a present state. So when 0 will enter is the next. We don't have 0 here. So definitely we have to make a space for 0. So now you compare 2, 3, 1, which is the oldest, means who has arrived first in the history. So you can trace back 2 twice, 3 just now, 1 3 time units before, 3 or 4 time units before. That means this is a older. So in the place of older we'll replace. Okay, so 4 is a new entry. Among 2, 3, 0, who is the oldest? See, 0 is just now entered. 3 entered 2 units of time before. 3 has entered 3 units of time before, hence 3 is the oldest. So in the place of 2, 2 is the oldest, hence it's in the place of 2, 4 will enter, 430, right? Okay, so now 2 is the next entry. 2 is not present here, so we have to make a space for it. So 2 will enter here. Among 430, 4 is just now entered. 0 has entered 2 units of time before, whereas 3 entered 3 units of time before, hence we have to replace 3, 420. Like this is called as first in first out algorithm. So finally at end you can count the total number of candles. So that is going to be page faults, right? Okay, so optimal means we have to think about future. Who is going to refer late in the future? Who is going to refer late in the future? You can check here. 7, no problem, first entry. 0, that's also first time entry. 1 also next first time entry. So no problem with 701. See, check now, next is 2. Where to give a space for this 2? Should we give it in 7, 0 and 1? Now what we have to do is we have to check the future. 0, 3, again 0. That means we should not replace this 0. Okay. So continue. See, now we have got a 2. Okay. So 2. That means 2 and 0. Sorry. 0. If you continue here. Continue. So 1. Correct. Among 701, who will be referred in? Who will be referred in future? Late. Means delayed. See, now you can see again 0 is about to refer, again 0, 2 already not there because we are thinking only about 701. Okay, then comes 1. You can see here 7 is very far, that's why in future 7 will come late compared with the 0 and 1, Hence 0 and 1 are not replaced, 7 is replaced with 2. Okay, so this is 0, no page fault. Okay, coming for this 3, how to explain this 3 here? Okay, you can see now this 3. Okay, among the present state of 201, who will be referred late? You can see 0 is there, so I cannot write in the here position. Then 2 is there, so I cannot write here. So only I left with what? Last position 3. Hence 3 will come here. So the candle will be 203. Okay, so no page fault for 0. Okay, coming for the 4. For 4 reference is what? 203. Okay, so 230. 230. Who is the late reference? 0. So in place of 0 I can give space for 4. You can see now 243. 243, right? So 2, no page fault because it's there. So again you imagine here 243, so no page fault because 3 is there. Now comes 0. Now comes 0. So when 0 is a place, you refer the present state 243. Here is what? 3 is there, 2 is there. Hence what is not there? 4 is not there immediately. So you can give the space of 4 for 0. Hence what we got? 203. Next we are expecting 3. 3 is there in the candle list, so no problem. 2 is there already. So 1 is not there in the list of 203. Hence we have to give the space for 1. Where to give the space? You can see here 2 0. 3 is never used in future. Hence in place of 3 we'll give a space for 1. Hence it's a 201. You can see now no page replacements here for the next 3 elements because 201, here also 201. Right? 7. For 7 you refer the feature 0 and 1. So 0 and 1 we should not alter. What we can alter is this 2. So in the place of 2 we will write 7 and that's it. Page faults. So total count is 1 plus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Earlier it was a 15, now it is 9. Next one we have least recently used. So here we referred future section. But in the least recently used, you can make this. This is a past tense. Correct? Past tense means you are left. For what you are referring, it's left. 7, 0, 1. Correct? Who has used very late in the past? That is the question. Who has used very late in the past? So you can see now 7 is a very old referred. You can check this string. Don't worry about this content. Check this string. 7 is a old. So in place of 7, 201. No page fault here. So coming for 3. Okay, always you remember this is a entry, this is a status. 201. 0, 2, 1. 1 is the oldest. So in place of 1 you give the entry for this new arrival page number. That's a 203. No page fault here because 0 is there, 0 is expected, 0 is already there. So now new entry is 4. Let's check. 0, 3, 2. So 2 is the oldest in the history. So in place of 2 we will get a 4. 403. I hope you are understanding. 403. So again 2. 403. So 3 is the oldest. So in place of 3 we will get a 2. 402. Again we will get a 3. Correct? New entry is 3. 240. That's a 0 is the oldest. In place of 0 you give the space for 3. So what is the present state? 432. So what is the new data? Mean new page number to enter is 0. Okay. So here you refer 3 is just used, 2 is this time, 4 is the very old. So in place of 4 you give the space for 0. Hence it is a 032. So no page faults twice in the next, because 3 is expected, 3 is already there, 2 is expected, 2 is already there, hence up to this much no page fault. Coming for the next 1, so 2 3 0, 0 is the oldest, in place of 0 we'll write 1, we'll keep 3 and 2 as it is. Okay, so next entry is what? 2, correct? 2 is the next entry. So if 2 is the next entry, 1 2 3 is a old, in place of 3 we have to use space for 0, hence it's a 1 0 2, 1 no page fault. Okay, coming for 7, 1 0 2, 1 0 2, in place of 2, 2 is the oldest, hence in place of 2 we'll get a 7, and this is, so this number of candles 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, it is not it's an average case. FIFO highest case, that's a worst case example. Optimal means it's a small best case because 9 replacements. LRU is average case. Okay, so how we can continue with LRU algorithm? So we could have a page entry, here you can see page entry, which page has recently entered. Also keep the count which page at what time it has entered the frame list, okay. If the page entered in the frame list very just now, do not change, try to count how much in the past, how much earlier it has entered. As I mentioned here, you can see when it's a replacement for 2, who has entered earlier, who was used earlier. Do not replace who has used just recently. See, recent use 1, recent use 0, recently 1, little late is 0, very late is 7. So in this way we are going to use a LRU algorithm. For implementation of LRU algorithm we need a stack. Why we need a stack is, here we should have a counter where the data has, when the data has pushed into the stack, when it should be pushed out from the stack. Okay, so that's what I did. So that it conceptually it works as a stack, but it is a doubly linked list, you can see here. So now always what stack means, either you enter from here, remove from here, push from the top, pop from the top, but sometimes pages are replaced directly in the middle portion. Okay, concept wise it works as a stack, but internally it is a doubly linked list working. Okay, we need as many as 6 different pointers to implement this LRU algorithm. So we have the concept of real stack implementation for a page replacement. So how this works, real stack, if we use only the stack, if not the concept of a doubly linked list, how it works, you can see here. Assume the stack is totally empty here, so first 4 will be pushed, then 7 will be pushed, then 0 is pushed. Okay, so next is an important case. Why don't we push a 7 here? Because 7 is already there in the stack, so do not allow second copy of a same number. Instead we should have one more separate pointer to go and check or refer for the same number which is already there in the stack. Okay, so next 1 is not there, so you allow for 1. Okay, 0 it's already there, so do not allow. Again 1 already there, do not allow for push. What about 2? 2 is not yet there, hence it's a new symbol, so allow it inside the stack. So this is what if we use a pure stack. for the implementation of LRU. But problem is, not all the time we should have single variable or a single pointer called as a top. We should always have one more separate pointer who is independent of a top. Keep on moving, searching from bottom to the top or top to the bottom of the stack, and to decide whether the pointer is there, a frame number is already there or not. Okay, fine. So this is how the stack usage. Okay, so now what are the approximations, what are the important things we need here? As I mentioned, we need a more of the pointers. Since more number of pointers we are using, definitely it will take more amount of a time, because every time we have to check with 6 different pointers. Okay, and also it will never check whether the some page is about to use in a future or not. See, it will go with the past which has happened. It will never bother whether it is about to use in a future or not. Okay, see, you can see, let me tell you one case. See here, 402 is a present situation. Okay, because of something called 2, it will remove out this 3, but the whatever we have just now removed, that's a 3, is again using very next instance. So in that situation, what is the problem? Unnecessarily remove out, again you take. That means what? Leave the resource what we are holding, and after that again request for same resource what we just now released. So that is what, it's a kind of unnecessary steps. Okay, so because of such a problems are there, we have advanced or a second chance algorithm. So what do you mean by second chance is, okay, so we will write one reference bit along with the page number. We will write one reference bit. So what this reference bit is of, it will tell whether the particular page is recently used and also it is going to use in a future. So that means what, it will not only check, see how this will work. Optimal will work on future section, LRU will work on past section, whereas second chance will work on both the section. You can see past as well as future, so it will check specified amount left past, specified amount of future. So hence it will give us best way to replace. Some case is there by reference bit. If reference bit is 0, it will set it to replacement. If reference bit is 1, the replacement will not take place. Okay, so I will, since the author has not solved any problem on this, okay, I have not took any of the example. Okay, but one YouTube video link I would like to share you through the message. Okay, so you can refer that for your extra knowledge how the second chance algorithm will work. Now the condition, is it necessary to write 1 every time for the second chance reference? No. So it is a enhanced, as I mentioned. So sometimes the page replacement by only mentioning the reference 0 and 1 will make some difficult situations. Okay, or in a difficult situation, writing 0 and 1 will not give us the best solution. In that time, we will replace that 0 and 1 numbers, 2-bit numbers, with the 2-bit pair numbers. What is a 2-bit pair? As I told you, instead of writing with a single bit, if we write with the 2 bits, what are the 2 bits? Just referred and about to refer. As I mentioned, just referred, about to refer. That means just referred means past, about to refer means future. Okay, so what happens here? We are writing with help of 2 bits. If I write 2 bits, both bits 0 0, not used in the previous, not we are going to use in the future. So that means what? It's a best page to replace, because not previously used, not we are using in future near time. It may be used late. Okay, so next 0 1, 0 and 1, recently not used, but we are going to use it in future. We are going to use it in future. Next 1 0, recently we have used, in future we are not using nearly, we may use it late. Next one 1 1, recently also used and we are using in future very soon. So this, if the page is highest number, don't replace. If the page is lowest number, try to replace, because future bit, this you can see, future bit is low. If future bit is low, what we can say, we are not going to use it in a future. If future bit is high, definitely that has a more priority or more expectation that it is going to be used soon. Okay. Okay, how the page buffering algorithm will work. Okay, simple techniques these are. Page buffering algorithm means, see, very simple way, if you want to reserve a seat when you are going for a long distance journey, what you will do, we will log in into some either IRCTC or bus reservation web. Okay, we will give some input like data, okay, from city to city, and they will show multiple bus routes, and we'll select one of the bus route. Once we select one of the bus route, they will show available seats. Okay, when I got to know in the first row non-window seat is available, non-window side seat is available, so we will keep that in our mind. We will try to search any of the window seats are available or not. Okay, okay, when we are searching for third row, fourth row window seats, we will keep the first row or second row seats which are non-window side seats available in our buffer or in our brain. It doesn't mean that we will forget the first bench, first seat non-window side, and second also non-window side. We will keep it in a remember stage, and still we expect that window seat. So think that first row, second row, third row non-window seats are available, last row window seat is available. So what will be the decision? It is a very difficult, because general tendency is what, we want to sit window side, okay, but it is available in the last bench or a last row where it is not comfortable to make a travel. Okay, so then it depends upon the user. In the same way, always keep the count or keep the list of freely available frames, and you will decide, okay, whether the route is very smooth. If route is very smooth, you would have selected a last bench or a last seat. But if the route or road is not good, you will compromise with your window seat. Still you will select a first or second row. In the same way, okay, first you try to have all the free frames list, select a frame whichever you wanted to use for or replace. So I using any of the three algorithms like FIFO, optimal, LRU, second chance algorithm, choose any one, so that you will find one of the seat, okay, or one of the place in this here I am telling here somewhere, who will be entering and whom you are removing out. Removing is called as victim. I repeat, removing frame number is called as victim. So what is the tendency? We will have a free frames. If all the frames are free, that when it is case, it's a initial. See, you can see this is a free frame, this is a free frame. Assumption is what? If you are the first person to reserve the bus, so all seats are available for you. You have plenty of options, first side window, second side window, etc. But if somewhere all the some of the window seats, some of the adjacent seats are reserved, then is a case where you have to choose. Then you will think and decide. In the same way, so it's a page replacement. Replacement means what? Something is already there that you have to remove and give the space for new arrival. Okay, so once you have, if free frames are available, directly allocation. if already all seats are busy, remove someone who is there, okay, some page number is there, and give the space for the next. Okay, so that is done based upon three algorithms: FIFO, optimal, LRU. Okay, so and in the same way, take the content of data whatever you wanted to load and write, that means copy the data of reference. Okay, so when we are about to copy the content of the reference page, what we will do, we will remove existing page and we will add the page which is entered into that frame list. Okay, here not only copying that content, also we used to write some of the reference counts. So in SCA, second chance algorithm, the bits what we are writing is only two formats, either 0 or 1. It's a single bit reference. But if we go for enhanced second chance algorithm, this is again 2-bit data. That's a that's a past usage and a future usage. So based upon the reference, page replacement is decided. Okay, next comes allocation of frames. Very simple. What you mean by allocation of frames is how the frames are given for a particular pages. So it's a actually it needs a minimum number of frames. So sometimes what happens, we can see 18 students are there in the class. For examination we will put 18 benches. So what happened, 1-to-1 relationship. Okay, for each student there is a 1 seat. But what happens with respect to class, during a class we will keep 30 benches and tell 60 students to occupy. So there is no exact mapping, anybody can sit anywhere. Okay, wherever they are comfortable they can sit, right? So that fixed allocation means examination, correct? 18 students are there, 18 benches we will put. Priority, that means what happens, say for example, generally what we can observe in our class is the strength of girls is more than strength of boys. So what we will do, we will make 3 rows for girls, 1 row for the boys. Okay, so that's what looking into our decision, looking into the situation, we will take a decision for allocation of the seats. Okay, like that is a priority. Okay, so what do you mean by fixed allocation? There are two things: equal allocation and proportional allocation. So as you know, equal allocation means what? As I told, 18 students are there in the examination room, 18 benches will keep, that's called as equal allocation. Proportional allocation, so the proportional allocation means if some process needs lot of a space, some process need lesser space. Based upon the requirement, we are going to give the space. So I hope you know in your object oriented programming concept, every program creates one object. Okay, so if you create a simple object related to student with the 3 information like USN, name and address, it is of 20 byte. Let's assume if we create a hospital patient object, so there it comes gender, age, okay, then his symptoms, then treatment. See, the object size increases. That time we cannot expect the same 20 bytes for single patient. So object size increases. That means proportional means it's based upon the data size. That is called as dynamic allocation. Okay, which you have studied in your object oriented programming concept. Okay, so as I told, priority means sometimes let's say now this case I would like to take help of this idea. Okay, so 701 is a present state, present replacement. So suddenly present allocation 2 will come with the highest priority. So that means what, we have to replace someone from the existing and give the space. So assume that 2 want not a equal size, it want a more size. So what we have to do, if 0 is using little lesser, use a free space from that and remove the 7 from the list and give complete space of 7 and part of the space from 0 and give it to the 2. That means that is how they called priority allocation. Okay, so if an object or a process require exact amount of memory, no problem, directly we can give. If it require more, then try to give free, plus if any fragmentation or segmentation is possible from the other process, okay, other process space, do that, and we can include that space for providing into the high priority process. Okay. So the next point we have is a global versus local allocation. I hope you know the global variable and local variable. What do you mean by local? If I explain local allocation, I hope we can easily think about global in the later part. So local allocation, first process is given its own area or own frames list. It has to fit inside its own frames list. If it is sufficient, it will fit. If not, okay, it will try to search in its the allocated area of itself. Whereas in a global, it will replace or it will select an area wherever it is available. Okay, so let me draw one diagram and try to explain here. Okay, so here I don't have the tool. Okay, I will try to explain in terms of words. So the local replacement in which the process which has been already given with some selected memory area, within that only it has to search for a replacement. Whereas a global means not only its allocated frame or the memory space, it will also try to acquire the memory available, freely available, which is given for other processes. That's why it is called as global. And also one more thing about a global is accessed by many of the processes, whereas local means it is accessed by only that particular process. Definitely if it's with respect to particular process, it has to search only in a limited scope or limited memory area. Since it's another type of variable is global, which is among multiple processes, it can be present in multiple frames also. Okay, so next one we have is thrashing. Thrashing means erasing the data. Okay, so if we don't have, whenever we don't have sufficient frames or a memory size to allocate for a particular process, then we try to delete not recently used processes space area or memory space. So that is called as thrash. Okay, here what we did is, if you come for this replacement algorithm, what we have removed here, you can say for 2 we have removed a space of 7, for 3 we have removed a space of 1, correct? In the same way, thrashing means delete something and give the space. Okay, so what are the importance about a thrashing? So it is going to reduce the page fault. What happens if you don't perform a thrash means, here you can see once again. See, let's assume we don't have a concept of thrashing. So that means what? 7 will enter, 0 and 1 will enter. When 2 is trying to enter, since there is no concept of thrashing, we cannot delete this 7, 0 and 1. So that means what? 2 will be always waiting. He will never get a time to enter forcefully. Unless 7 will delete itself, then only 2 will come. Okay, so that means what? We cannot delete 7 on our own. So it has to close on its own. That means it may sit there or it may be occupying the memory even after its usage. So because of thrashing, we can forcefully remove that page, a particular space, and copy whatever our required or expected data in the future. So how it works? Identify whether it's a page fault or not. So what do you mean by page fault? You wanted to insert a page in the frame table. If that page is already there, so it's not called page fault, page success. You wanted to insert a page in the frame, it is not there, so we have to insert that page. So that is called as page fault. So if page fault is there, then we have to replace. So that replacement is allowed with respect to thrashing. Okay, so what are the sub steps of a thrashing? Identify the victim, remove its space, that is a swap out, swap in the new page or a frame number. So here what happens if we do thrashing multiple times? It will leads us into low utilization of a CPU. Operating system will be keep on busy in swap out of swap in of the pages continuously instead of doing its actual work. Okay, so that means continuously OS will be busy in thrashing only, so its performance with respect to other user may reduce. Okay, so the last concept for this is the demand paging and thrashing. Which program or which frame we have to thrash out is who is not in the demand. Okay, who is in the demand, that should not be thrashed out. Let's show here one again. I will take this example. According to LRU algorithm, 7 is the about to thrash out because it has referred very old time. So we will swap out or thrash out 7 and we'll allow 2 inside. Okay, so 7 is not in the next demand. You can see here 7 is in the very late demand, in future late demand. That's why who is in the demand next, 0 and 2, sorry 0 and 2, here you can see. So among 701 2 0 3 like that, 7 demand will come very late, so now only we'll replace it. So whom to thrash out and thrash in is the which page demand is less, that we are going to remove or swap out. Whose demand is very next or more, that will be always in the frame list. Okay, so that's it for the chapter number 9. Thank you.